Hey, this is Timo from OnlineBuilderGuy.com, and today we are going to be looking at Squarespace prices. Now, I do understand that this topic is not so exciting, but I still think that it's a very important topic to go through because very often pricing is one of those defining factors which can make a big difference. When you're choosing an online site builder, you will always look at the price and how much you end up paying. So that's why I'm recording this video. Okay, so if you go to the Squarespace pricing page, you will see that there are different plans. There are websites related plans, and then there are online stores related plans. And with with personal plan, you are getting some basic set of features, and then you can hover over any of these features to get more information related to that particular feature. And if you are willing to invest a little bit more money with the business plan, so you are obviously getting more features that you can then use on your website. These prices, there are actually two types of prices: the lower one and the higher one. And the lower one is basically based on the assumption that you are choosing an annual pricing plan, whereas the higher one is displaying the month-to-month billing cycle information. So it's really up to you to decide which one do you use. You will save money if you choose the annual pricing, but then at the same time you have to pay more money up front until you can enjoy the benefits of the annual pricing. And of course, the month-to-month billing cycle is great because it's more flexible. You do not have to pay money up front, but then again, it's more expensive if you decide to keep it. So there are actually pros and cons to both of these pricing options. If you choose the online stores tab, you will see that there are actually two different e-commerce packages here. I haven't tested them myself, so it's very difficult to say whether they are any good or not, and it's difficult to compare them to other similar types of services that are provided by other online site builders. Just letting you know that under websites, if you go to business package, they actually do have some e-commerce features included. So there are at least some e-commerce features available under this package. But then again, I haven't tested any of these e-commerce things myself, so it's very difficult to say whether they are any good or not. I believe that they are good, but then again, I do not have any first-hand experience of myself. Okay, so what else there is to it? Well, pricing and at least these prices that you are seeing here is just one part of the story. And the price could actually be higher, but you just have to remember that in some situations you will have to integrate some third-party services to your website. So for instance, if you are building an email list, you have an online business and you are building an email list, and then because Squarespace is not actually providing any email list building services themselves, so you have to register and buy this service from another provider. So in this case, you end up doing integrations, and there is actually an article related to Squarespace integrations on Squarespace's knowledge base, where you can find more information related to these integrations. And for instance, if you're building an email list and you decide to choose, for instance, MailChimp as your provider, so I believe that MailChimp still has this free plan that they're offering, but they also have some premium level plans depending on how many subscribers you have. And so you might end up paying more, like you might have more costs involved when you are running a website. But this is of course something that is, I guess you could say that this is outside of Squarespace in some ways, because they are not excuse me, they are not providing this email service, and so that's why you have to buy the service from somewhere else. But anyways, if you take a look at this article, this integrations article, then you will see all these different integrations, and possibly that some of them cost money. So it really depends on the service. Then there is something that I find maybe a little bit, I don't know. Well, it's strange in a way, and then again it's not strange. But this really depends how you look at it. So when you are, like, if you decide to register a domain for your website, so you can basically use your own existing domain, and that's fine, and then you can transfer it to Squarespace. But if you decide to register a domain through Squarespace, then there is actually a very big difference in prices. And so, for instance, if I go to my account and I choose, like, I have already logged into my account, and then I choose domains, and then I can do a domain search for available domains. So let me just click like, sorry, let's try that again. thimosdomain.com, and as you can see here, it costs $18 per year, and that's a lot for a domain. And I would definitely understand that if we were talking about some special domains, because they tend to cost more. But for a .com domain, it's a lot of money. And for instance, if I go to Namecheap, which is my preferred domain register, if I choose this very same domain, it says that it costs a little over €9 per month. And this is, of course, the price is a little bit different in United States dollars, but I still think that you get the point. Even when you use USD currency and transfer these euros to USD, so you will see that there is actually a very big difference when it comes to prices and registering your domain, whether you are doing that through Squarespace or whether you are doing that through a service like Namecheap. So I would definitely use Namecheap for this registering activity, and then transfer my domain to Squarespace instead. So there is actually a very big difference between prices. Okay, what else there is to it? Well, if I let me just go back. Let me just go back to the sites, and there is this one final thing that I wanted to show you related to pricing, and it's basically how you can cancel your subscription if you want to. Now, based on my experience, I think that sorry, I think that this should be more straightforward than what it is right now. So there are actually quite a few steps that you have to take in order to cancel your active subscription. So obviously it would be very easy to just do this with a couple of clicks, but the way that I have done it, or at least the way I know that it can be done, is by activating the active website that you have, and then you go to settings, and then you choose billing and account, and then you choose billing again, and then some billing information is being loaded. Excuse me. And here under subscriptions you will see that there is your website plan related information. When you click here, then you can basically cancel website subscription, and then you click here, and then you are being asked some feedback related to this cancellation activity. Why do you want to cancel? Well, it's really an optional way to whether you want to answer to this or not. It's really up to you. So let me just click skip, and here, cancel site subscription. Now it took me a lot of steps to get here, and it would be really nice if Squarespace would provide a simpler way to do it, but there is at least a way to do it, but you just have to know it, what it is. And in this case, it took quite a few steps and clicks to get here. But yeah, then you can basically cancel your subscription, and it's with the same way you can see all this billing related information, which is sometimes very handy to take a look at. And you can switch billing cycles and change your plans, upgrade or downgrade your plan if you want to. Okay, one final thing is that I have written an article related to this topic, Squarespace pricing. So I'm including a link under this video so that then you can take a look at it. And yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say about Squarespace pricing. I hope that you found this video valuable, and I will get back to you soon. Bye bye.